Matt, talk us through it, man. What was going on in the dugout? You know, is everybody trying to avoid you? What was going on there as you go into that ninth inning?
Yeah, throughout the entire game, I mean, nobody ever really talks to me during my outings. It's just kind of how it is. But, you know, on the field, it just kind of felt like any other outing. I was just trying to stay aggressive and get ahead early.
In front.
Matt, at what point did you realize you were having a pretty special day? And did that thought of a no-hitter and perfect game start creeping in?
Probably around the fifth inning. I mean, you kind of just know as a pitcher, like, okay, nobody's gotten a hit today yet, so you just, I mean, you just stay aggressive and, you know, let the defense make plays behind me.
And what do you think of the job your defense did today, in particular that play by Jordan that Coach referenced?
Oh, they're big time. They've been big time all year behind me. You know, they just give me the confidence every single weekend to go out there and throw strikes.
Kyle, what were you doing, you know, to keep him calm and calling the game?
Well, I gotta give a lot of credit to him and then Coach C for, you know, Coach C does a good job of calling pitches, and you know, I didn't have to do a lot today. I just put my glove there and didn't have to move it. So, I mean, this guy's just an absolute stud. So, if we wanted a fastball on the plate, he threw it on the plate. If we wanted it off, he threw it off. If we wanted, I mean, whatever we wanted, he was throwing it. So, just credit to him and our defense and Coach C for the performance today. Just a great job.
There, you're in the right.
Coach, what do you think has been the key to Matt's development from, I don't know if situational lefty is fair to say earlier in his career, but to what he's now, where where he can come out and have a performance like this in the ACC tournament against a team like Louisville?
It's funny, I have a long history with Matt. The first time I saw Matt pitch, he was in the 8th grade, pitching for Hilton Head High School. And he was just strike throwing machine, this little lefty that just could throw it where he wanted to. And I actually recruited him at the College of Charleston, and he was actually coming to the College of Charleston until I got the job at Clemson. And I knew even when I was at the College of Charleston that he really wanted to go to Clemson. He kept putting me off, waiting to see if Clemson would recruit him. And finally he gave in and committed, and then when I got the job here, it was a transition that he made, and I certainly wanted him to come pitch for us. But he's done it his whole life. Quite honestly, like the progression, the only thing that's really progressed is he's gotten older and stronger, but he's always been the same guy. He's, you know, the one thing that I will say, his changeup has gotten better. I used to tell him even in high school, hey man, you got to come up with a changeup, otherwise you're going to be a bullpen guy. And he's come up with that third pitch, even though he doesn't have to throw it a lot because his fastball is so good and it's so deceptive. You know, you can't. He's not a guy that you can go to the ballpark and put the radar gun up on, because you know even when he's been 82, 84 in starts this year and dominated. So I feel like his velocity has crept up, especially this year. He had Tommy John his first year in the program, and he's just gotten. I wouldn't say he's gotten better. He's always been good. He really has. I mean, he's the same guy that I've been watching since high school. Again, he's just gotten bigger and stronger, and he's a winner. He always has been, and he always will be.
Kev, you're on the far right.
Yeah, Matt, I went back and checked the stats after the game. You did not go past a 2-ball count until the walk in the 8th. Was that the best command and placement you had this season, or maybe in your career?
Yeah, I mean, in the bullpen today, I kind of had like a shaky warm-up session. Like I wasn't really throwing many strikes. But then something just clicked on the mound, and I was able to locate all my pitches. And you know, past couple weeks, I haven't had that kind of command. Like my walk numbers were up a little bit the past couple weeks, but you know, I felt good today locating all my pitches today.
Will, here.
Justin, what is it for you guys this year against Detmer that you guys have just been able to hit off? You know, nobody else has. I think the stat was 9. Everybody, you guys, his ERA is 9 versus y'all, and 2 against everybody else in the conference.
Yeah, well, first off, I'd like to say it was an amazing win by the boys today. And also hats off to Louisville staff. They've been really good this year, and then they got ahead of us a lot in the game. But no, I think
as our lineup goes on throughout the season, I think we've just learned to hit lefties a little bit better.
Matt and Kyle, for both of you, throughout the game, could either of you sense some frustration from the Louisville batters or a change in their demeanor when they came to the plate?
I mean, I just try to keep like every opponent the same, like mentally. I'm gonna go at them. I'm gonna try to get ahead early, and so I mean, they're an aggressive team. They like to swing the bat, and I just try to stay aggressive, third strikes on the defense, make plays behind me.
Yeah, I mean, throughout the game, you can kind of sense, once you get to the fourth or the fifth, that you kind of, our offense has done it too, where we may not be swinging the bats well, then you kind of start trying to push for things, or you swinging out of the zone, or whatever it is, you're trying to get hits and trying to get runs. So you can just kind of tell as the lineup goes that they're really trying to get hits, and he just did a great job and kept him off balance.
We go in the front and then back a little.
Monty, it looked like you gave a pretty good fist bump after the final out. Just what do you feel like this win does for you guys, and how big was this today?
Well, I certainly think that we're in now. I think if you look at our record, thanks to Brian Hennessy, the best SID in the country, who provides all of us with a lot of great information. He really does. So first off, I want to give him credit amongst his peers, because he certainly deserves it. He works harder than anybody I've ever been around in sports information. We're sitting at 36 in the RPI. So with this win today, that jumps us in the top 40 in the RPI. We're 3-1 this year against the ACC champion. We're 9-7 versus the top 25 this year. Okay, all of those teams are in the top 16 in the country ranked right now, and we are 8-7 versus top 20 RPI teams. So I certainly think that we are a team that will be in the field of 64. Again, it was just a tremendous performance today by our team. I've been saying it all year long. We've got a good team. We've been through a lot of highs. We've been through some lows. But at the end of the day, I think this win certainly solidifies us in the field of 64, and it's a brand new season for us moving forward.
Well,
Monty, is this the best combined you see both pitching and hitting coming together at the same time this year?
Oh man, I don't know. It's just of the games that we've played this year, this is our best performance for sure. I can't think back to a game where I feel like we pitched, played defense, and swung the bats against this quality of a ball club this well. Again, you're facing Detmers. I mean, Detmers has, I think, 80, and I'm probably wrong here, but like 83 innings with 54 hits given up and 138 strikeouts. And we swung the bats like that today. It says a lot about our team, that we're certainly capable of hitting the best arms in the country. And again, Louisville's offense has gotten better and better. They're a better offensive club right now than they were when we played them earlier in the year statistically. And we shut them down behind Matt Clark. Matt Clark shut them down. I mean, he did it. And our defense was outstanding. So again, I thought it was the most complete game that we've played of the year, and the biggest moment that we needed our best game of the year.
take a couple more here in the back.
Coach, you said before yesterday's practice you were going to get after it and be intense. Did you see that in the focus today out there?
Yeah, what I saw today was a team that was pretty loose and very confident going into the ball game. I was trying to be as relaxed as I could be. I feel like I've been on pins and needles and intense for the last month. So I honestly said maybe 5 words the whole game. I literally just said, you know what, this game is in the hands of our players. There's nothing that I can do at this point to try to get them to play their best baseball. It's up to them. So this game today was really about them. It had absolutely nothing to do with me. I literally just sat there and watched the game. And that's one of the things that you learn at the end of the day as a coach. It's you do make an impact on your guys, but at the end of the day, when the lights cut on, or in this case, when Matt Clark towed the rubber, he put our team on his shoulders. We swung the bats well. We played good defense today, and we played like the team that I know we can be, and we have been for a good portion of this season. So hopefully we can carry some good positive momentum into next week.
Here in the front.
Monty, it seems that Jordan and Jacob have maybe given you guys a little spark here lately. Just what have they meant, maybe not playing as much early in the season and now coming on late and playing well?
Well, they're seniors and they're older players, and Jordan's a graduate, and Jayhawk's a fifth-year senior. So those guys have paid their dues, and it's been up and down. It's been frustrating for them individually, I'm sure, over the course of the year as far as being in and out of the lineup. And Jayhawk, when we put him in there, we've left him in there ever since, and he certainly deserves it. So I'm happy for them, and I'm proud of them with how they played down the stretch here and how they played today. We played like a veteran team today. We had a little bit more of a veteran presence on the field with those guys on the field. So very proud of how those guys performed today and have been playing for us down the stretch.
Anybody else? All right, thank you, gentlemen.